were not aware of it, I'm not sure how you missed it. But over the last week or 10 days, Corpus Christi really has been on the world scene in the youth sailing championships. I mean, it was a phenomenal event for our city, and, you know, the outreach was unbelievable. And it happened just because they showed up. Nobody put anything together. I'm being facetious if you've ever tried to put anything together. It took a lot of work by a lot of people to get it here. And so before we go into our proclamations and accommodations, I'd like to call up the folks that really were responsible, that have been working probably 2 years or longer, maybe 5, depending on how long it takes to plant the seed and to make decisions. This is something that just doesn't happen overnight. And so to help me with this, Ms. CVB, would you please, Precious, would you come up? This is Ms. Precious CVB right here. She's fabulous. So she's going to help me here, and this is going to be some of your information. But let me call up these folks right now. I have been told they have played a key role, and the person that was my point of contact in all of this, and he was my point of contact. The other folks were busy. Maybe he just wasn't doing anything and was available. Maybe that's why he was my point of contact. But anyway, Alex Harris, if you come up, we'd like Alex to come up. Understand Mark Foster. For those of you, and I don't have, maybe you can tell us all the history, but for those of you that don't know, maybe I could get Mark to tell a little bit about it. Come on up. You may not recognize him now, but you may have seen him on TV one time during the Summer Olympics when he was in the huh? Oh, you're not Mark?
I'm Mark, but that's Paul Forster.
Paul Forster. Okay.
He was Olympian. I was not.
Oh, you're not. All right. Well, take credit for it. You're close enough. All right. He's a field play manager. Shannon Bush. She's out of town. Sandy Carl. Mark Sterrett.
Yep, she's Craig Henderson. I know.
Oh, Greg Henderson. Greg here.
And we have a couple more that.
And who are here?
Josh Richline.
Josh Richline. This was kind of an impromptu. I just called Alex, I think Sunday night, I think late. And I said, you need to get your guys together because we're going to do something Tuesday at the council meeting. And he said, well, we're supposed to be loading the trucks to get the boats out of town. I said, well, get them loaded because you got to be down here Tuesday. And Brad Stokes. But on behalf of the city, we just wanted to say how much we appreciate all of the work that you did. And I don't think we'll ever understand the width and breadth of the work that you really had to do to get this thing here. Paulette's got some information, and I don't know whether you've got that in your memory or you can tell us a little bit about the impact of this. But as I understand it, the Yacht Club and it was the sponsoring agency or the one that really put it together. HEB was a key supporter and sponsor of it. But it took a lot of people to make this happen, and if you happen to go down and see it, I mean, the bay was beautiful, had all these sailboats, and on the Sunday when it had the Parade of Nations coming in, we were in the convention center watching the parade come, but I'm telling you, it was a beautiful sight, not only to see these youngsters from all over the world carrying their flags, bringing them down shoreline, but when you looked out in that ship channel, there were 7 tugboats going out to bring ships into the port of Corpus Christi. I mean, it looked like an interstate highway, which indicated and reminded me how important the port of Corpus Christi is to the city. And I thought, man, between the kids here and the industry that's here, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So Corpus Christi is in a good position, and I'm proud to be the mayor and I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I'm actually going to pass it over to Mark and Sandy, who have worked for many years to make this happen. So I don't know if you need notes, probably not. But there was a lot of people here, and by the numbers, I'm going to hand it over to you. And I worked with Sandy for a couple of years, but I know you worked many more years than that, and you were the one that brought it here initially. So I'm going to hand it to you, and thank you. From the city of Corpus Christi, it's remarkable, and we really have been viewed all over the world because of this, literally all over the world.
So we had 382 competitors from 66 countries, and we ran 110 races over 6 days. We had 140 volunteers on the water. Sandy has another list with 45 boats being responsible for making all that happen. So it was a big community effort. We had people from all over Texas coming. We had Detroit, Newport, Rhode Island, Florida, California, Iowa came down to help us. So it was a great event and a lot of coordination. And the biggest part of it went to Sandy because she managed to make everything work on shore.
Well, it certainly was a community event. We couldn't have done it without all of our volunteers. We had probably about 250 on land and about 150 on the water, plus people bringing their boats from all over Texas. And we want to thank you to the City of Corpus Christi, the Police Department, the Parks Department, the Sanitation Department. Everyone bent over backwards to make it easier for us and make it a safe place, and it was really special. So thank you.
What they said. Again, I just want to reiterate how important the city was, from the mayor on down, the police, it was unbelievable. Sanitation, fire department, the marina, it was fantastic. So to the folks of Corpus Christi, thank you all very much because you all made this thing go.
So I'd like to read you, we've got a certificate of excellence and appreciation we want to give them because we just think this is the least we could do to express ourselves appreciation to you. In recognition of the extraordinary service and tireless dedication to host the 2018 Youth Sailing World Championships in Corpus Christi, Texas, your vision to bring this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to Corpus Christi has firmly implanted a remarkable impression on the city to millions around the world. And we really do appreciate it, and the eyes of the world now know where Corpus Christi is via the sailing championships, and we're just most grateful to you. And we've got certificates, and Paulette's going to pass them out to the appropriate folks since I don't recognize people. It's been I apologize for that, but one of the folks that was involved in the process, I believe, wasn't it, Forrester? Forrester. Yeah, he was an Olympic sailor, and I understand he was involved in trying to work on this thing too, at least that's what I've been told.
And Mark Foster's being...
Oh, see, I was close. 80. Well, good. Well, I appreciate that. Anyway, give them a hand for all the work they've done, because this has been a great deal for Corpus Christi.
There's some great videos on Facebook under Youth, is it Youth Worlds? I think it's called Youth Worlds. And so you should look at it on Facebook because they're great videos of our bay.
I was just going to add, the USA won the World Trophy this year. Yeah. We had incredible kids sailing, but the U.S., being in the U.S. was quite remarkable.
Well, and when I went, my wife and I went down to the opening ceremonies, and you had a lot of kids from a lot of countries, and from what I understand, they had to win their country's championship to get here. And there was a few countries where they were just one person. I remember the little girl from Venezuela, and then there was a lot of countries I didn't even know existed. And when I saw the names on the placards, I said, But anyway, there were several. I remember Venezuela because she looked pretty lonely, but then I got thinking, man, how proud can she be to be representing her country? So it's a great thing for the young people, and we're pleased. Let's kind of gather around here. We'd like to get a picture, and because we're proud of you, and we appreciate all you've done for the city.
Elizabeth says to the left, to the left. Good job. Awesome. Good job. You did. You did. It's over. It's over. Good job. And the boats were gone, the kids were happy, and life was good. Take care. Thank you. Good to see you. Hey, call me. We're supposed to get together.
Well done. They want to go.
Okay. All right, and now we go from one event to another. And so Feria de las Flores, we've got a proclamation. So if you're here with Feria de las Flores, if you'll come up here. I see one lady's got the crown on. She must be the reigning queen. Is that right? All right. And then these other girls are going to get in the boxing match for the other part of it. No, not really. All right, well, we're going to, let's read this proclamation. Whereas Feria de las Flores, inaugurated in Corpus Christi, Texas by the League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, Council Number 1 in 1959, has become the largest scholarship fundraising activity in the Hispanic community. The event grosses well over $1 million in scholarship revenue, which is awarded to students throughout the Coastal Bend region, regardless of ethnic or racial origin. And whereas Joe Flores, recognized as the founder of the Feria de las Flores, and his wife Estela Flores, as members of LULAC Council Number 1, dedicated many years toward improving the level of education and training for the youth of Corpus Christi. And whereas the concept of Feria de las Flores originated from the festivals held in villages across Mexico, where both men and women in the village adorn themselves in colorful costumes that typify the state each represents and perform a variety of 3-minute dance routines to the unique state songs. The beloved annual pageant has contributed to the success of many past queens in the Feria de las Flores who have gone on to achieve academic and professional excellence and contribute many hours of community and charitable work in the Coastal Bend region. Now, therefore, pursuant to the powers vested in me as the mayor of the city of Corpus Christi, I do hereby proclaim January the 22nd through the 28th, 2018 as the Feria de las Flores week, and July the 28th is Feria de las Flores Day in Corpus Christi. Encourage all citizens to commend the League of Latin American Citizens for their efforts put forth and present scholarships to the contestants and to continue the tradition of Mexican heritage through Feria de las Flores. And I'm signed that Joe McComb is the mayor, and that July 28th is a very good selection date that you had. That's a very important date. That's my birthday. So, and you're the sponsor, or who? You're in charge of this?
No, I'm not in charge, but I am a pageant co-coordinator. I'm Yvette Aguilar.
Sounds in charge.
But Dr. Adame is in charge.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. It's a pleasure to see you. I want to thank the community because it's because of their effort and our major sponsors, events like this would not take place here in Corpus Christi. The basic tenets of LULAC, education and leadership. For the past 60 years, our past 58 years, 59 years, hard to keep track of it, but since I've been president of LULAC, and that's been over 15 years, I've been a strong supporter and advocate of what the final product that Feria de las Flores has produced. We see leaderships. The Latina will be the majority in Nueces County, and the Latinas will be our leaders. So we need to make sure that we mentor and educate these young ladies. But I would like to give a thanks to the committee, Vice President Susie Luna, Melissa Martinez, Yvette, Lori Garcia, and Jessica Gamboa, who could not be here today. But again, thank you, Corpus Christi, for keeping this event alive. LULAC Council Number 1 is the oldest and the founding council in the United States. And we like to keep the cultural tradition alive. But without further ado, I want these individuals to introduce themselves to you.
Thank you. Buenos dias. My name is Victoria Rose Murin, and I am the proud 18-year-old daughter of Arnold and Deborah Murin. I am a current 2018 graduate of Cal Allen High School. My future plans are to continue my education through the United States Air Force, where I plan to major in aerospace engineering with a minor in aircraft mechanics. After traveling the world, I plan to return to Corpus Christi so that I may mentor young Latino women into pursuing their careers and dreams through the STEM program. In this past year's pageant, I was blessed to be crowned queen. chosen to be contestant number 8, representing the beautiful state of Aguascalientes, dancing to the song Viva Aguascalientes, and I was blessed to be sponsored by Texas State Representative Abel Herrero. Gracias.
Hi, my name is Megan Ashley Lopez, and I am the proud 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Manuel and Sandra Lopez. I am a 2018 graduate of St. John Paul II High School, and I attend Del Mar College to receive my associates in speech, business, and registered nursing so that one day I may open up my own facility for the special needs and homeless. In this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 1, representing the beautiful state of Chiapas, dancing to the song El Rascapetate, and I'm proudly sponsored by our Fire Chief, Robert Rocha. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Skylar Ramirez. I'm the 19-year-old daughter of Raquel Ramirez. I'm a 2017 graduate of W. Berry High School. I currently attend Del Mar College, majoring in radiology technology. My future plans are to graduate with my associate's degree and become a radiology tech. In this year's Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 2, proudly representing the state of Campeche, dancing the song Pechito Amoroso. I'm humbled to be sponsored by the law firm Huseman Store. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Emilia Trevino. I am the 16-year-old proud daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Trevino Jr. and Veronica Ramirez Trevino. I'm currently a junior attending Gregory Portland High School. After high school, I plan on attending Del Mar College and then transferring out into Baylor University, where I will further my studies in pursuits of becoming a dermatologist, and then hopefully bringing my own practice down into the coastal Bend area. In this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 3, representing the beautiful state of Durango, Mexico, and dancing to the song Alamito. I'm also very humbly sponsored by AZ Rebar Construction. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Michaela Mondragon, and I am the proud 18-year-old daughter of Miss Blanche Mondragon. I'm currently a 2018 graduate of W.E. Ray High School, and I will further my education at the University of Texas at Austin, where I will be majoring in journalism as a Terry Scholar. My future plans are to return home so that I may write young adult novels based on my childhood here in Corpus Christi. In the 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I am contestant number 4, representing the state of Veracruz and dancing to the song El Tilingo Lingo. I'm humbly sponsored by Texas State Representative Todd Hunter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mireya Sol Guerrero Science, and I am the proud 18-year-old daughter of Renee Science and Stephanie Guerrero Science. I'm a 2018 graduate of Roy Miller High School. My future plans are to attend Del Mar in order to achieve an associate's degree in English and teaching. In this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 5, representing the beautiful state of Puebla, dancing to Jarapa Tapatio. And I am proud to be sponsored by State Representative Abel Herrero. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Carla Zamora. I'm the humble 19-year-old daughter of Maria and Sylvia Zamora. I graduated from Mary Carroll High School in 2017, and I'm currently attending Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi, where I plan on attaining my bachelor's degree in nursing and later my master's degree career as a pediatric nurse practitioner. And this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 6, representing the beautiful state of Nayarit and dancing to the song El Gallito. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Giovanni Soleil Diaz, proud 17-year-old daughter of Jacqueline and Eric Chapa. I'm currently a senior at Veterans Memorial High School. After I graduate, I plan on attending St. Edward's University, where I will get a degree in political science, and later on, attend a law school to become a criminal prosecutor. In this 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I am contestant number 7, representing the state of Colima, dancing to the song La Peneta. I'm also proudly sponsored by Corpus Christi Police Chief Mike Markle. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Daria Montemayor, and I'm the proud 18-year-old daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Albert Gonzalez. I'm a 2018 graduate of Sinton High School, and I'll be attending Texas State University in the fall of 2018 to major in animal science and later become an agriculture teacher here in the state of Texas. In this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, I'm contestant number 9, representing the state of Jalisco and dancing to the song Me Llano Grande. This year, I'm proud to be sponsored by the Texas Gang Investigators Association. Thank you.
I'm not competing this year, but but I do want to acknowledge that we have one other contestant who wasn't able to be here. As you know, this is a leadership and education program, and education does come first. So we have contestant number 8, I believe, Estrella Maria Garza, the proud daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Esteban and Yvette Garza. In this year's 59th annual Feria de las Flores, she's contestant number 8, representing the state of Tamaulipas and dancing to the song Las Chapareras. She's honored to be sponsored by Serenity and Grace Hospice Care. And Estrella couldn't be here today because she's in high school, but she's a dual credit student and she's attending a college course right now. She couldn't get out of class. One other thing I'd like to say is I might be partial because I work for the city, but if you notice, we have 2 sponsors that are directors in the city, our fire chief and our police chief. And while all of our sponsors are very special to us, I want to take a moment to say a special thank you to them. These are men who are in occupations that are traditionally dominated by men. And they're here supporting young Latina women, young women that they did not know. Now, Chief knows Megan because he sponsored her last year, but last year he didn't know her. And I want to say to you that that sends a big message to the women in your workforce that you supervise, and it sends a big message to the youth of our community and the citizens of our community that you support young Latina women in their pursuit of higher education. So I want to say a special thank you to you for that.
Well, thank you very much. Let's kind of gather around up here and we'll get a picture. And
We forgot to invite you all to the Feria de las Flores this Saturday, July 28th, 6 p.m.
Evans will be receiving the 100, and then Josh will be doing the last series.
all right, I don't know whether if any of our sailors that were here earlier are sticking around or have stuck around, but the little presentation right now is that we had the mayor's 4th of July celebration, obviously the 4th of July, and part of that was, I think, some sailboat races or some sailing events. And Gina Sanchez, who is our marina superintendent, has some awards for those that participated. And I'm not sure that all of them are here, but it would have been fun for them to see what a big future sailing has that they could shoot for. So I'll let Gina give us the details.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Oh, move into the center. Okay, I'm sorry. Come on. Not everyone was able to be here today because they were helping last week with the World Regatta, so they're a little tired and recuperating. So we do have with us today, on my left is David Evans. He was a part of the crew of the Windswept. Did I get that right? Yes. And Josh to the right of me, he was the regatta chairman. And so I'm going to first start off with the first class. There's 2 classes of races. The first class is the 150, and they're only able to use 2 sails in that class, so it's a little challenging. And so we'll start off with the second place winner, went to Mental Floss, and the skipper was Terry Penicle. Yes. Actually, if you would please hand that to David, he'll take it on their behalf. And the first place winner went to Windswept, which David was a part of that crew, and Larry Frank was the skipper. Now for the second class, you're able to use all sails and even the colorful spinners. So the second place winner went to the fifth landing. The skipper was Benjamin Morano. And the first place winner went to Kipper Spell 2, and the skipper was John Bell. And again, Josh Richline is accepting that.
John Bell? Yeah, John Bell. You may have to hold that one for instance.
And I just really want to thank Josh. Nobody, I don't know that y'all know, but he really did an amazing job with the World Youth last week. He was long hours, and then he also did for our event as well. Long hours of dropping off the buoys and setting up the course and breaking it down. So just please give them a warm, warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Let's get a picture here with holding your trophies, and we'll
John, who? Who's that, John? Thank you so much. You guys, two back to back. Thank you. It's time for the oath. People are here.
Okay, if Melanie Gomez is here, Melanie, you here? If you'll come up, she has been appointed to the Committee for Persons with Disabilities. And Cameron Zarguni, you here? Has been appointed to the Planning Commission and the Airport Zoning Board. So we'd like for you both to come up, and we'll get you sworn in and get you on the payroll. That means you pay us to serve on the committees. But I'll read the oath, I'll state aye, and then if you'll state your name, and then you'll repeat after me after that. Is that a deal? All right. Raise your right hand, please. I do solemnly swear, you can say this together, that I will faithfully execute. All right. Let's say them together. That way we'll get through. We'll cut this down in halftime. That I will faithfully execute the duties of a member of the board to which I have been appointed and upon which I am about to enter, and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and the laws of the United States and of this state and of this city, so help me God. All right. Well, congratulations, and thank you for your willingness to serve on our boards and commissions. Thank you very much. You bet. Let's get a picture. We'll get you right here before we put you on the payroll.